I'm Hazel Brown and this is my 365-day fitness challenge week 13 roundup. I was going to say Sundays are not for HIIT workouts, and then suddenly it was over. I spent most of the HIIT workout saying I couldn't do it, but I did do it. The highlight definitely doesn't work you quite as hard as the HIIT in terms of cardio, so I think I'm going to have to get back on the HIIT workouts a little more often because that was really hard. I just got to the venue of the trapeze class. I'm half an hour early, but I've managed to get parked and stuff, so yeah, I'll catch you on the other side. So that was my trapeze class. It was an hour and a half class, and I was the only one there. There was one other guy who was much more experienced, and then there was me who was a beginner. But yeah, I did a lot more than I thought I would. Lost a piece of skin from my hand, so rather than getting a callus, it just peeled off today. But yeah, I feel like that means I've actually done something. But yes, I've got the same teacher for the next 5 weeks. Really good start to the week, and I'm pleased with what I could do. I decided to swap my rest day around this week because I did the quite hardcore trapeze class yesterday, which was an hour and a half, and I really needed to just stretch out my muscles. I've decided, however I feel, I still need to make sure that I rest, which I was talking about last week. So yeah, I've done my half an hour recovery stretch and I'm feeling quite good. Oh yeah, and my hands are more sore than I've ever been, but it's okay because I'm going to toughen them up. I don't know if you want to see this or not really. There we go. And the other hand is pretty much the same. I've decided to do a tough Pilates class today, which lasts 50 minutes, just to see if I'm capable of doing it. Most of my muscle soreness has gone from Monday, a little bit under here, but obviously that's the part I was working a lot. And my hands, which I don't even know if you can see, they're still really sore, so quite raw. I'm not too sure what to do with it. In the past I used to try and toughen them up, but because too much information, my skin has ripped off. I have been moisturising it, so I'm hoping it's feeling a little bit better today, so I'm hoping that by next Monday my hands will be a bit tougher. Otherwise it's going to make trapeze really hard, but I'm going to use lots of chalk. So we'll see how it goes. I'm not going to film my Pilates today because you've probably seen far too much of my Pilates. It's week 13, and this week, well, on Friday, in 2 days' time, I will have been doing my challenge for 3 months or 90 days. And I'm going to do my DEXA scan on Friday. So this video is going to be a little bit more about the DEXA scan and where I've got to. But I'm going to create a separate video which summarises the full 90 days. I feel like I really nailed that Pilates class. It went really well. So I'm definitely going to stick to the tougher level moving forward. Obviously, when I do it in terms of a cool down, I will still do the easier or more moderate versions. But yeah, I'm definitely going to up the ante with Pilates from now on. So hopefully I can stick to it. I'm going to do a HIIT workout with dumbbells this morning. I feel like I need to up my strength a little bit. My HIIT workout was really weak on Sunday. So I'm hoping today it's going to be a little bit better. And I'm also going to up the level on my dumbbells. So I've been using 2 kilo weights, which I upgraded to, and I also have an option of 3 kilo weights. Let's go. That's the HIIT workout done. It is definitely harder than the HIIT, which is lower intensity, so I'm going to try and keep doing the HIIT workouts because hopefully they will get me fitter quicker, because as I said, end of month 3 it's time to up the game a little bit and push a bit harder. It is absolutely freezing this morning, but I know I'm going to get really hot in a minute because I'm going to be on the indoor bike. Today I'm also going to go and get my DEXA scan because it's day 90 and I've been doing my fitness challenge for 3 months. So I'm really interested to see how that goes. This morning I'm going to do half an hour on the indoor bike and 30 minutes of a tougher Pilates class, and then I will update you later on how the DEXA scan goes. That was 30 minutes on the indoor bike. I'm pretty pleased with what I did. I pushed a little bit harder today, so my calorie burn has increased a little bit. I don't really pay much attention to the calorie burn because I don't think it necessarily correlates correctly, but it is still a good marker to see how you've progressed, because it means my exertion was a little bit higher. So I'm off to do 30-minute Pilates and then my DEXA scan this afternoon. It was definitely the right idea to up the difficulty of the Pilates. So I'm on the tougher classes for when I want to work out, and then I'm trying to do the medium ones now for a cool down. I'm just on the way to my DEXA scan. There's a bit of building work, so hopefully you'll be able to hear me all right. It's super windy again and pretty cold, so it's almost like it's January again. The only difference is it's daylight. But yeah, see how it goes. Okay, so that went really well. I'm gonna give you an update on how I've done, but yeah, I've done really well apparently, and my muscle mass is up and my body fat is down, so I will give you a full breakdown in a bit. I am back from my DEXA scan. I've had some lunch, some very late lunch. I wanted to wait until afterwards because although it's not a necessity, you get slightly better results if you don't eat a couple of hours before. So I waited until after my scan to eat, and I've just been analysing my results. There's so much data. I'm starting to understand a little bit more what it all means, and it's really interesting to have the two measurements next to each other. So I've done a 3D body scan again, which basically takes all of your measurements and works out, it basically gives you a 3D image of your body, which is so useful to see because when you look at yourself daily in the mirror, you don't necessarily always notice the changes, but it's been really interesting to look at the 3D body scan next to the other one, and I have seen a decrease in some of my measurements, which is really good. The only one that has increased is my chest, but I think that's because I've been working on upper body and trying to build my pull-ups and press-ups. Obviously I'm doing the aerial again, so I think that is a massive part of it. But yeah, I'm gonna save the measurements for my other vlog because I'm actually gonna do a 90-day roundup where it's going to have some key highlights of what I've done over the last few months, and also it's going to drill down in much more detail. In terms of the DEXA scan, I'm just going to give you a little recap in terms of the data and how it's changed since week 1. So I did my original scan on day 6 and it's now day 90. And actually, to be honest with you, I haven't lost a lot of weight, and I thought, not that that was a main goal, but I was a little bit surprised that I hadn't changed in terms of weight very much. So I was really hoping that that correlated in terms of muscles obviously heavier than fat, so losing fat and turning it into muscle. So I was hoping that I would get that. So just to give you the really key facts, and then I will again drill down into more detail about the DEXA scan in my other video. But for this one, here we go. So my weight is now 69.9 kilos. On day 6, it was 72.1. So I've only really lost just over 2 kilos, which is not a lot at all considering the results that I've seen. My bone density has actually decreased. So it went from minus 0.4 to minus 0.7, which is still a healthy amount. But because of the lifestyle change that I've made and the amount of fitness I'm doing and the type of food that I'm now eating, although I haven't drastically changed my food, I've been trying to eat more healthily, and I've definitely cut back on takeaways like burgers, chips, all these things, because it's quite easy to fall down into that trap of eating unhealthily when you need stuff quickly and you haven't got time to cook. So I've really been trying to do more stuff from scratch. I've cut out a lot of sugar, or most of the sugar, not that I had a huge amount before anyway. I don't drink as much alcohol most of the time unless I'm on holiday, apparently. And what else do I do? Yeah, I've just been trying to eat much more healthily. And at the weekends, I'm a little bit more lenient, so I haven't completely cut out any one thing. Where did we get to? Yeah, so now here's like the key things that you're probably interested to know. I mean, I was most interested to know about this. So did my body fat and did my muscle mass change? Well, the answer is yes. He even went so far as to say that my results were pretty awesome, and it was a really sustainable way, because it wasn't an extreme difference, but in terms of what I've been doing, in terms of training and eating, he said, don't change it, keep it the same. So I'm going to keep going, and it's really like renewed my motivation. So here we go. So my body fat was 32.1%, and it is now on day 90, 28.8%, which is pretty awesome. And my lean muscle mass was 15.7%, and it is now 16.1%. So I've lost a bit of fat and gained a bit of muscle, which is exactly what I wanted. I need to continue to decrease a little bit of the fat, although it's in a healthy zone now. If you're fitness, you want to be sub 25. So I'm going to try and aim for 25%. Which seems like a healthy amount. And then my lean muscle mass is 16.1%, which the healthy amount for my age range is 16.8%, which I think is fairly high, considering I've already built a fair amount of muscle. So it's all heading in the right direction. Muscle up, fat down. But yeah, like I am really shocked actually, because I did not expect to have done so well. So now for my next 3 months, I'm going to focus on training a little bit harder. I'm going to do more difficult Pilates, and I'm going to try to increase the length of my workouts very slightly. So I'm going to see if that makes any difference. So yeah, I'm going to book another one for 3 months time. So that'll be 6 months into the challenge. So I'm really hoping to see, to continue the pattern basically is the target. I want to set a few more specific goals, but I will be talking about that in my 90-day roundup video. But yeah, I'm really, really pleased in terms of how I've done. I'm really pleased, and it means that I really want to keep going. It's renewed my energy for the challenge, and I cannot believe it. I think at the end of the year, I'm probably not going to be exercising every day like I do now. I'm going to change it up slightly, but for now, I am really impressed and really pleasantly surprised as to how it's gone. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe so you don't miss any more, so you can keep up to date with my challenge. It may be changing format very slightly in the next few weeks. I'll keep you posted. Alright, so this is my week 13 roundup. So day 85, I did a 30-minute HIIT workout. Day 86, I did a 1.5 hour trapeze class. Day 87, I did a 30-minute recovery stretch. Day 88, I did 50 minutes of Pilates. Day 89, I did a 30-minute HIIT workout and 18 minutes of Pilates. Day 90, I did a 30-minute indoor bike workout and a 30-minute Pilates workout. And day 91, I did a 30-minute recovery stretch. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.